Show us your tips, Daggy and Beaver, who's back with us on Friday to look at Saturday. What's going on, Beaver? Good start to the show.
Mate. Yeah, excellent start to the show. What's new, mate? You're a bit of a dribbler, so no surprise there. No, I'm good, mate. Living large and getting on with it. So no, it's good to be here to do the Friday show and put some winners out there for the punters.
Beautiful. A couple of nice results on Wednesday. So throughout the day, so that was nice. Hopefully tick along as we head towards Saturday. We'll kick off at Randwick, where the rail moves out. But I like both these cards, by the way.
Yeah, some good horses resuming, which is nice to see. It's exciting times.
The rail 8 metres from the 1600, the winning post, 5 for the remainder. Think maybe running line. Perhaps you want to be off the rails throughout the afternoon, but we'll play that by ear. We kick off with the 1,000-metre 2-year-olds to start the day in the Lonhro Plate, a listed race. And how are you starting off?
Yeah, look, this is a really tricky affair here. A lot of horses had one or two starts or newbies and all resuming, so really hard to line them up. Good trainers here. I've gone for the Snowden train, Satin and Silk. Thought it could run really well. Thought its first up run last prep in the gym crack was not too bad, and I thought the trials were impressive enough. Not asked to do a lot, but ran nicely in those. I think it can run well. Main danger Mexico, so I just sort of went a little bit more value there.
Beautiful. I've got Mexico on top. Obviously needs to win one of these now, but both trials were really nice. They both found a front, rolled along under its own steam, and was pretty impressive, both of them, including a 10:45 metre trial last time out. So it's had the trip over the 1,000 in readiness for this. On top for me, and I thought another one of the debutantes, Portorosa, trialled quite well, quietly there, hit the line with no riding either trial, but found a line quite well, inside gate and stables starting to go all right, Annabelle Neesham. So the other two I looked at in the first. The second is the mile benchmark 78, where I'm left with Banana Queen on top. I know it's had pretty much a perfect run each start in here, but I think it gets the same here. It can lob across from gate 9, find a nice spot in that running line. I think it's going to be hard to beat again. I'm just sort of over everything else. I've just decided to be against the race from last week, the Cosmic Minerva African Daisy race. Yeah, wasn't a huge fan of it. So Banana Queen on top. You've been with it all along. Are you sticking?
Have to. Can't see any reason to hop off here. 3 from 3 this prep and just keeps improving and stepping up. It's an ordinary lot. So sort of come into gate 7, not too bad. Can get in the running line here. Hard to beat.
Lovely. The third is the Midway, a mile again, benchmark 72 again. What have you found in this little gala event?
Yeah, look, ordinary event. I kind of just stuck with Healthy Beauty. It's had won its last 3 starts, only run this prep at Canberra in a pretty average affair, but just sat off the speed and finished off quite nicely. Under 59, drops back to 55.5 here, and these other horses have been going around a fair bit and not impressing. So it looks to be the up-and-comer of them all.
I agree. Just through sheer fact it's got the least convictions. I can't make a case for anything else here. They've all had plenty of chances in this grade, and at the moment I don't think any of them going that well. So nice enough win. Only got going late down at Canberra, but comes here and finds the right race to kick off in a Midway. John Sargent starting to put a few wins together as well at the moment. So I'm with you. Thought it might have been a little bit longer, but I guess everyone else agrees. So Healthy Beauty on top for me as well. The Highway is race 4, class 3 over 1,200 metres. I'm good of them to stick this right in the middle of the early quaddie, but I haven't spent any time on this. I had a quick look, but did anything jump out at you?
Yeah, nothing of any serious notes. If I had to put one on top, I'd go for the 14, Cepedo Beauty. Third up, presents well here, it's drawn well. It was a nice win last start after going first up to Moonee Valley, then came back to Wagga and won in fine style. No reason it can't sit off the pace here and figure in the finish. 750, not bad.
Cool. 1,300 metre benchmark 78 is the 5th on the card, where I like the resume here, Aravine. I think it meets a race where, again, a lot of these aren't going as well as they might, or may not have as much ability as we originally thought. This is coming off some nice wins last time, admittedly on some wetter stuff, but had two nice trials where it only got clicked up late and started picking him off nicely both times out. Tim Clark on. Oh, there's the last trial, I should say. Tim Clark on and around a $6 mark. I think it's a nice play, resuming first up for the Hawks team as well. And I thought the other one worth an each-way play here was Anagain. It's just been building nicely through this, now getting mid-prep Joe Pride around an $8 mark. Hit the line well last time. Randwick should suit. So they're the two I was looking at, both at an each-way price here. What do you think?
Yeah, I certainly had Aravine as the main danger here. I agree with you there. I just thought this might be a little bit short first up, but will depend on how forward it is and how fresh it is. I went for Sonora from the Mar Eustace stable. This is a little bit harder, but they've brought it here up from Sandown. It's ran nicely in some decent benchmark 64s, where it's been well tried in the market. Sits off the pace. Look, this isn't a tough affair, and I think it can run well. Scratch from another race to run in this. It's a good line.
Yeah, cool. Does get the map to get the right run. I just was a bit worried about the up in grade, as you said. But there's nothing going on here, so fair enough too. A lot of the up in graders aren't going any good. So we'll get on from there to the 6, which is the Drinkwise Mile open handicap on the card. We get to see the resumer of, I assume it's one of the Melbourne Cup favourites, Solcombe here. And it's a pretty simple race, really. If it's ready to go and fit, it'll win and probably win by space. If it's not, and given it's Chris Waller, it probably isn't and has got some much bigger targets over the autumn, then Banju's going to bounce straight to the front and run away and win with no chasers. So there's only 2 horses I even entertained. Given the way the market's already panning out, I'm thinking the ladder might be the way to go there. But what do you make of this?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit the same as you. I like Solcombe. I'm keen to see how it goes this preparation. I backed it last start at its first run and was very impressed. My only concern was where it got to from gate 2, and if it got too far back, and Banju might just control the pace and win. I'm going to go for Solcombe because it's just a horse I want to follow, but I will watch to see how the track is playing and making sure they can make ground and just hopefully there's enough pace on it for it to run it down. But the small field helps that it doesn't have to go past many, but pace will be key.
Definitely. The quaddie kicks off with 1,000-metre benchmark 94, where I am very keen on the top weight. Complete dry tracker Remarque. It's resumed with in both. It's fresh stuff last time before it hit that soft track. Trial was fantastic. Gets Tim Clark. It's going to roll along just behind the pace. And this is a race, again, of not much doing with the rest of the brigade. 7 trialled okay. And Cote, I think, has been overrated a little bit by the market. So keen around the $4 mark. Remarque is going to run very well here. What do you make of it?
Yeah, mate, it's similar to you, but I've gone for Cote, and okay. I'll tell you why.
I hope so.
I like Remarque as a horse, but I thought just Cote is probably going to jump on the speed here, if not lead. And again, it may get to control the race and control the speed. It's the 1,000 meters, and Remarque's got to give it 10 kilos. That's a huge weight pull. In this 62 does stop trains, and first up. Yeah, it's just a big task for me for Remarque, so I was just looking to go the other way. But yeah, they're the two to be looking at, I think.
Cool. No, fair enough. Fair commentary too. Anything else? Are you keen? It bounces straight to the front and runs away.
Yeah, I think so. I think, Remarque will chase hard, but I just don't know if it can give it a start, 10 kilos and over the 1,000 and run it down.
Yep. The 8th is the Eskimo Prince, the feature on the card of Group 3 for the 3-year-olds, and we can see the resumption of Aft Cabin. Trials were good. It's even money. Beaver, you all over it?
I'm all over it. It's one of my favourite horses going around at the moment. I've got a big opinion of this horse, and I'm looking forward to it coming back tomorrow, and I'll be on it. Good bet.
Yep, it'll be more forward than Golden Mile was last week. I think that it'll be ready to go here. J-Mac, Troll's fantastic. Tick, tick, tick. Agree. Yep, I'm with it as well. Zoo Tiger will roll along on the pace and be hard to get past, but apart from that, they'll be Oh, and I'll get to the quaddy later. But yeah, that'll be it. Not much to add. Nice horse. It'll win. The ninth is an 1,800-meter benchmark 78, where I'm keen on a couple at a price here. And they would be, as my screen just refreshes. Well, first also penned was Kettle Hill from the inside gate. Didn't want that. So I went looking for King Ratel, who gets Nash, is flying this prep, going really well. And Nash back on for Alicia Collett, I think is going to give you a great sight around the $8 mark. Should get a perfect run there. And the shipper, Chanton Burge, who comes up, should have won last time, had 3 horses come back in its face at various points in that Moonee Valley race. I think if it wins out, it starts shorter here. It's going to get a great run here. And the 2 that's going to lead it, the 2 Waterhouse horses, have a bit of a, well, they're not exactly finding the line that well. So I am going to play the 2 at an each way price, Chanton Burge and King Ratel, and fairly keen, actually. What did you make of this race?
Yeah, I think you've got a good assumption, lost for words there, on that race. Good summary. I also thought Wineglass Bay was a good chance. Now third up, I think it's been showing improvement through this preparation. And I think now out to the 1,800 really suits. So 1,500, get some fitness under its belt. I think it can run really well in this race, but I think you're right. I'd be looking for a bit of value here outside of Kettle Hill. No reason, you're right with Shandon Burge. It was really unlucky last start, so it's also hard in the market there. Probably could start a bit shorter than that. And King Ratel's been flying home, so it could have the sitting shot if the pace is on. But I've got Wineglass Bay on top.
Perfect. No, I was actually going to say, don't forget Wineglass Bay, because it may have looked a bit flat last time, but I think 1,800 is perfect now.
Yeah.
Third up, 1,800, ready to go. We finished the day with a 1,200-meter benchmark 78. What do you like here in a tricky contest?
No idea here, mate. What I did go for Diamond Dealer. So I just went for Diamond Dealer in the last, Leon Baker in the last. Gate 12 had me a little bit concerned, but the way it ran away from him last start, I thought that was pretty good. Jumped to the front, so probably the wide barrier is not going to hurt if he can get across and again get okay sectionals. It's probably going to be hardest to run down again. It's going well at the moment. Gets the 2 kilo claim, so 54.5 is not too bad. I had it on top, but very open affair.
I agree, it's going to run well. It's one of the main chances for me. I'm forgiving Stromboli of last start, where it jumped in front of the field and then sat out wide and wandered around and really didn't take much initiative and retired sitting outside lead there. So inside gate, I think Abdallah takes it straight to the front. And if that's a safe place to be, I think it's going to run. It's going to run much better than it did last time out. You've covered Diamond Dealer, and I like Lindemann resuming. I like the fact it's shown a bit of spring out of the gates there in each of its trials. Nash on and can give you a sight as well. Let's see if we can get a sight at the Randwick Quaddy. I'm going to kick off with, in the first leg, N1 Remarque, 10 Cote. Now I'm petrified of it, thanks to Beaver. And we'll throw in 4 Easy Single. Second leg, 3 Aft Cabin, 8 Zoo Tiger, 10 Capital Queen, just because I don't know how good she may be. Third leg, 2 Nothing Sweet About Me, 5 Shandon Burge, 6 King Ratel, 10 Tarashok, 13 Montfelicity, 14 Wineglass Bay. And we'll come home with 7 Sacrimony, 8 Lord Markle, 9 Stromboli, 10 Diamond Dealer, and 13 Lindemann. And make my best at Randwick. I'll take on the Beaver. Race 7, number 1 Remarque, and my value, race 9 at number 6 King Ratel. Best in value for you?
Yeah, my best is race 8, number 3 Aft Cabin, and my value in an open race, race 10, number 10 Diamond Dealer.
Lovely. Just a quick plug. And we had, I think it was Flino wrote in about a tipping comp last week. And if you didn't see the midweek show, give PCTC Punters Challenge Tipping Comps a plug. That's where, well, Beaver and I are both part of that competition. If you want to get involved, there is a tipping comp there via Facebook and Instagram, free and paid comps. So you put in your tips each week, you get your odds back as your points for the round. So if you tip a $10 winner, it's 10 points for that race. It runs from this Saturday, kicks off and runs right through the championships. I think it's 13 weeks. Check that out. Go search for that on Facebook and Insta and jump on board. It's a bit of interest on a Saturday afternoon. We've been doing it for 5 or 6 years at least, Beaver.
Yes, good fun. Keeps your interest up, and you can have something in every race.
Definitely. We head down to Sandown, the hillside track, which has been good to me, where the rail moves out 3 meters, maybe a little bit of drizzle late in the afternoon, they're saying, but should be good. I would suggest for race day, we kick off with perhaps the most interesting or speculative runner on the card in the first with 1,000 meter 78 Inundations, $1.85. Are you forgiving it?
I am. Well, it wasn't the worst run in the world.
No, it wasn't either.
Did finish second, got beat by On the Lead, and On the Lead ran a pretty good second behind Star Patrol last start. Yep. Did fold up at the end. I'm not sure what went wrong there. I am going to tip it. It's a good horse. I'm not sure about Fire. Might be a little bit of a cat. Time will tell. I've been told I'm not allowed to tip car, but I've got to go with Inundation in the first.
Yeah, banned you after last night. Anyway, I'm putting on top 2. Finds a weaker race, gets control. As you said, wasn't the worst run in the world here, and just given a soft lead, it's going to be very hard to beat. I'm Scared of Fire, who trialled okay, was ridden out, but he hit the line well. I can see it, with Ollie going on first up, I can see a situation where it runs over the top, but I would suggest this is the right race for Inundation to get back to the winner's stall.
Yeah.
The second is the Chairman's Group 3 over the 1,000 meters for the babies as we head towards a Blue Diamond. A good little race, Beaver.
It is a good little race here. Some horses that have had some nice wins and placings, and a few first starters. I've gone for the favourite, VC. I really liked its first up win at Flemington. I think it was really, really impressive. Ma Eustace were flying last week, and I think they can continue to fly here. BC jumps out and runs here, and might be just too speedy.
Agree. Nothing more to add. I liked its win as well, and sets up perfectly here from Zolfikar, who trialled okay in Sydney, comes down. Sarasana's a chance, obviously, as a mark suggests, but VC and Zolfikar for me. One few exotics there. I think Hell's Sun trialled better than an 80-1 chance. If you want to throw it in for your third and fourths if you're playing wider, but VC on top. The third is a benchmark 70 over the 1,800 meters. I'm with the market here. Hennessy Lad goes on top. Probably should have won last start. Just got chopped out and no luck at all. Trailing I'm a Shelby, which was fine by me because I was on the winner. But I think does get now getting to Hillside's perfect. Nice, big, spacious straight. Should get every chance here. From Acosta, you got to be scared every time Gay brings one of these style of horses down to Melbourne for a midweek race. It's going to be on the pace and the one that it has to get past. They were the 2 I was looking at here, Beaver. What do you think?
Couldn't agree with you more here, mate. Hennessy Lad on top for me. Should have finished a lot closer last start, if not won. Got stuck on the fence at the Valley, couldn't get out, and they just came back in its lap there. It should be hard to beat here. Gets the 2 kilo claim as long as they keep off the fence. It'll be up to Heffel to put in the nice ride here, but if it's a good ride, it'll be winning.
Lovely. Yeah, at least at Hillside, they tend to get those nice big gaps open up along the inside. You can get out late. Right. So the fourth, a 1,300 meter benchmark, 78. Nice horse here, the top weight Vendetta. Liked what it's done both starts, all starts this prep, but particularly the last 2. And I think it's going to be better on top of the ground. It did what it did last time with a bit of cutout, but comes to another okay race here, which it can just pull out when it wants to. Should gobble these up and run off and win. From Field of Praise, who's going well, we'll roll along up on pace, just nabbed by a nice horse last time out. And obviously Bellmaine is talented, resuming here, but Vendetta on top for me, and clearly actually.
Yeah, look, I'm the same. Clear on top for me as well, Vendetta. What to like about this horse? It was a great win last start, and no reason it won't reproduce something similar. Drawn a little bit wider here, but should get in the running line. And yeah, it's certainly clear on top. I think you can back the first 4 favourites, nearly multi them up, and give yourself a good sight. I'm pretty confident.
It's a right track too, as I've said. I love betting at Hillside. The more we do the show. I love betting it. All right, 1,400 metres is race 5, benchmark 70, which I really like this race too, but you tell us who you like here.
I think we might end up with the same horse here, but I'm going number 12, Unusual Culture.
Mm-hmm.
We liked it a lot last prep, and we sort of said watch first up, and I thought the first up run was pretty good. Could have almost won that race. That was a blanket finish, and I think it'll be further improved by that. Again, I'm told I wasn't allowed to pick car, but I'm hoping she can ride this one in a fairly open field. Main danger, Superazi, going well.
Yep. The winner's at the bottom now. It is number 13, Randwick. It's a nice horse. I like the fact it's going to roll across under Mickey D, get the perfect spot there. Benchmark 70 land. It's better than that. It will run really well here. Just nabbed late by a good horse last time out. And it's $10 from Unusual Culture. I think it's the only danger. Really nice return. Should have won. And as you said, it's the sort of horse that does suit Jamie Carr. We go from Celine Gowdry to Jamie Carr, which is certainly a jockey change. And nice clear air. It'll be storming down the outside. You can back them both and be pretty comfortable with yourself. And if you wanted a little bit extra cover, you're right. Superazi is the other one at double figures. I really like this race, if that hasn't come across.
Yeah, no, it is a good race. And I think what's going to be interesting is the pace and where that comes from and how quick that is, because there is a few horses here that do like to go forward.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting where Ryan Berg gets to.
I'm hoping just tucks in behind, sort of come along British Columbia, those sort of horses there.
Because you've got British Columbia will go forward. You've got come along Jeffrey, but Rhinoceros, it was an improved performance last start. It led as well, and then you got Reinberg. So if you can get one out, one back, it's certainly going to be hard to beat. But I'm hoping Unusual Culture's right on its back.
Beautiful. Either way, I'll be happy. 1,300 metres starts at quaddie, benchmark 84. What are we doing here, Beaver?
I'm going for Heat of Sound, resuming. I know some of its runs last preparation don't look that good, but it was running in Group 1, Group 2 listed company. And I think a couple of those were heavy tracks. And I don't think that really was in its favour. I think it ran, pretty heavy track. And I think that might have taken a bit out of it for its
out of a Redute's Choice mare. They don't tend to go.
Yeah, and I think that might have sort of halted its prep a little bit. Given the rest, given the resumption here, I'm going to put it on top to run well.
Look, I think the market's got the two chances. Daytona Bay I've put on top. It is Jamie Carr, but trailed behind some group horses, was given a real solid hit out in the last one. I assume to get ready for this. It's a winner. I like the way it's just a real line chaser there. Inside gate, does need a little bit of luck, but going to be hard to beat. And I had to have Fajita Sound next because there's not much else here. I think outside of those two, you're looking at sort of Carlisle who can roll along on the pace. So if we see the best of Fajita Sound, it did on the Lakeside track. I think it was a big win where it won by the length of the straight, but hopefully dry track does suit, as you suggested. Maybe that's been the issue there. I'm still waiting to see it before I trust it. Race 7 on the card is the 1,300 metre Group 3 for the 4-year-old and up girls. Beaver, who do you like in this one?
Yeah, look, this is a really open race. I actually think it's a pretty good race. Not a bad Group 3 here. Some really good horses. I think there's 7 or 8 genuine chances here. I've gone for Vespertine from the Beg stable here. I like the way it resumed behind Snapper. I know Snapper's favourite here, but I thought it wasn't a bad little event. I think it will have improved a great deal from that. Extra 100 metres suits. I think if the pace is on, it can be running home hardest here and super hard to beat. And I've certainly got Forbidden City in this as well. I think it can run well again. I think just for me, just seemed to struggle under that 59.5 last start. And they sort of joggy trotted along and just couldn't pick up. And the other thing just was able to sprint away and it just sort of plugged to the line. But I think down in weight here and with the right run, I think he can run well again. But there's plenty of chances. Bella Ritchie can run well, so can Rose Quartz, also from the Beg stable.
Yeah, great race. Keen. I like Exalita. I think the trial's been fantastic. Yep. Comes through some better stuff last time. Resumed well over 1,200 last time. Resuming at 13 suits. Mickey D goes on, drawn perfectly to just have a nice swoopers spot on the back of those trials. So I think around the $11 mark, fantastic value. From Forbidden City, as you said, just had too big a task last time. Comes here where it flies, loves the track, and again, $14. And I agree with the other chances you pointed out. The others are all in the game here, but good betting race, keen to play in it, and definitely keen to back those two at double figures. The 8th is an 1,800 metre benchmark 100. We forgiving Detonator Jack?
I'm not.
Okay, who are you going with?
I'm going to go a little bit more value here. I'm going for Bel Toro.
Okay.
I liked the win last start. I thought it was pretty good. I think and even the start before when it finished third, powered to the line. I think this can set up nicely again for it to do the same. I think there's not a lot between the top four in the market, and one's $2.30, one's $6. So I was happy to play the $6. I was disappointed with Detonator Jack. I thought it had every chance against Sosie Bon, and I just thought its run petered out in the last 100 to 200. So, it's been good over the 1,600, but I just thought it should have won last start. Maybe, again, the weight relief will assist, but for me, I'm going Bel Toro.
I thought they were trying to be too cute on Jack last time. I thought they set it just too big a task and gave Sosie Bon too an easier time. Up front, I think the bigger field suits Detonator Jack, so I'm going to stick, despite the shaking confidence you've now given me. I agree. I liked everything about Bel Toro's last win, except it was the first time I hadn't backed it all prep, so that was good. But going well, and right you are, obviously going well. If there's not, and there isn't a great deal of pace here, so can roll along and maybe get its own way and do a Sosie Bon again here, but not a lot underneath it. So forgiving Detonator Jack, hopefully we get a lot of people agree with you and we get a better price to find out. The last is a benchmark 78 over the 1,700 metres, and I am going to be backing St. Lawrence to make it 5 from 5. I think everything it's done this time, all through its career, we haven't seen the best of it. I think it's been winning softly, and again, this is only benchmark 78 grade, so it's not we're not jumping to Group 1 just yet. It gets drawn to find a nice running line trip, we'll say, and it's going to be very hard to beat from River Plate, who going well, again likes it here, again gets a good run. I think they're the two, and I'm going to cover both, and I'm just saying that so you see used up its EIPH card last time out for that big win, so going with the freshies here. What do you make of this one?
Went similar to you, but just reversed them. I went for River Plate on top over St. Lawrence. I think you're right. I think they are the two main chances. But I just like the way River Plate is also going, and I think it might get the control here. And I just like the way it ran away from him last start. Get similar setup here. Back 100 won't hurt, and continues to improve. So I had it on top with Ollie. Main changes St. Lawrence. It's a good horse.
Cool. Yeah, I love these lightly race winners in these sort of grades. Good finish to the card on a card I'm pretty excited to bet into. Give us for progretracing.com.au your quaddie first. You better do, actually.
Yeah, I'll do the quaddie, mate. The first leg, race 6, just going skinny here. Number 3, Daytona Bay, and number 11, Vahida-san. In the second leg, race 7, going a little bit wider here because there's plenty of chances. Number 1, Excelita. Number 2, Vespertine. Number 4, Rose Quartz. Number 7, Bella Ricci. Number 8, Forbidden City. In the 8th, trying to narrow it up a little bit here. Number 5, Detonator Jack. Number 6, Right You Are. Number 9, Bel Toro. And then in the last, I'm going number 2, St. Lawrence. Number 6, River Plate. Number 3, Timor. Number 15, 3 and 4 pence.
Beautiful. You weren't tempted by San Fabrizio down there for Waller?
I was tempted, but I went the other Waller one, just wider in the market.
Cool. Yeah, I wasn't, so that's fine. Give us a best and value.
Yeah, no worries. My value bet comes up in race 7, number 2, Vespertine. I think it's going to be super hard to beat. And my best is race 3, number 1, Hennessy Lad.
Perfect. My best is race 4, number 1, Benedetta. And my value, race 5, number 13, Rheinberg. And race 7, number 1, Excelida. As you pull up your Queensland tips, just a couple from the rest of the country. Race 5, number 5, Saskatoon, runs well at Adelaide. And Ascot, our girl again, race 8, number 5, the Velvet Queen, should put another picket in the fence. What do you got for us at Eagle Farm?
Yeah, Eagle Farm, race 3, number 9, Hell of a Dancer, about the 450 mark. Race 5, number 12, In a Sec, about $5. Got a couple there, haven't I? Race 7, number 5, King Kappa, about the $1.70 mark.
Flying, yep.
Should be winning and is flying. And then in the last, race 9, number 16, Comrade Rosa at 250 can break through.
Oh, that was sick last time, Beaver. Can you do
That
it
was
again?
sick, and that's why it was sickly, wasn't it? That was a horrible ride from Maloney there. But Ned's Gully, who beat it, did come out and win yesterday pretty easily.
Oh, so it comes out of this race. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good job. Excellent. There's your winners from all around the country. Check out progretracing.com.au for all their stories and everything going on there. And good luck this weekend. Good luck, Beaver.
Ciao, mate. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. And we will talk to everyone next Wednesday. Take care, guys.